Welcome to another episode of Trending Niches. Just in case you didn't know, I've got a free Discord community server which is linked in the description. If you join that server, you can be part of the community. We help each other out in there. You can also ask me questions directly if you wanted to. And another quick tip, if you want to get early access to these trend related videos like this one, then you can join the channel as a member. That's also below the video. And on top of that, you get access to members only graphics, and you will get priority replies to any of your YouTube comments. So check that out if you're interested, and let's get started with Trending Niches. One big trend that's happening right now is Philly, or it's a Philly thing. You're going to see a lot of shirts like this selling, but it is not safe. Do not sell this because it's related to sports. I think it's baseball. It's an American team, hence all of the Eagles right here and some of these graphics. I think that is their logo. So I did want to point this out because whilst a lot of Americans will obviously avoid this, if you're not into American sport, you might just see the phrase, it's a Philly thing, and assume, yeah, it's probably some random phrase, maybe a meme, and I can sell it. A lot of these have been recently posted and getting sales, so do not try this. It's definitely not safe. Amazon is notoriously known for deleting stuff that's related to sports, especially specific sports teams. So yeah, just ignore this one and let's get into the actual trends that you can sell. Niche number one is a very interesting sub-niche for Valentine's Day. This is tachycardia, or you give me tachycardia is what it says on the actual t-shirts. And essentially what this is a specific type of nurse, I think, that they're targeting, because it says funny ICU nurse Valentine's Day t-shirt. This is definitely an interesting niche. Now these designs all look extremely similar. I wouldn't necessarily do that if you wanted to use the same phrase. I would try and come up with a different layout, find some different graphics that are related to this type of nursing. But as you can see, there's a ton of t-shirts right here that are doing really well. The top seller is all the way down at 44k BSR, so definitely a niche with a ton of potential and not as much competition. This is also a good example of what I always mean when I say you have to niche down. You can't just make a t-shirt saying Happy Valentine's Day. This one is specifically very funny for this type of job, and that way it's going to stand out a bit more and have a higher chance of selling, and also lower competition. So definitely take a look into this niche. It looks very interesting. I like this design right here, that is a little bit more different in terms of the color scheme, the font layout, and that sort of stuff. So take some inspiration for this, try and find some different graphics, make a more unique design, and I hope you can pick up some sales in this Valentine's Day sub niche. Moving on from that, next up we've got pirates. In this case, we're seeing a ton of sales in this evergreen niche. I'm not certain exactly why it's trending, but the top seller is sitting at 19k BSR. Then we've got 40k, 50k, 60k, so a ton of potential right now. I'm guessing it's probably to do with some sort of event or a certain holiday that's going on that's themed around pirates. We've even got a Halloween design style right here that's selling really well, Pretend I'm a Pirate. Those seasonal designs are not necessarily always just going to sell in the specific season. We can see right here that there's tons of different designs that are aimed at family members. So we've got Pirate Mom, Pirate Dad, we've got some kids themed ones down here in the sort of cartoon dinosaur and unicorn style, as we often see it in these popular niches. Then we've got some more dabbing ones. Those are always popular for kids. We've got Bigfoot dressed up as a pirate. We've got some pirate ship illustrations. So there's definitely a lot of ways to approach this niche. I like this design as well. We've got baseball and a hat mixed with the pirate hat. That's a cool idea. You could use the pirate hat and put it onto many different objects rather than just sport related stuff. So maybe take that idea a step further. Pirate flag, that's really simple but really cool and effective, 100k BSR. So try and be creative, maybe try and find some cool fonts as well, like this one up here. That's definitely nice, and you can find some of those on Creative Fabrica as well. And yeah, I hope you have fun designing for this niche, and I hope that's going to help you pick up some extra few sales. Next up, I've gone ahead and tried to find you a sub niche for 100 days of school, because those t-shirts are still doing really well, and I didn't just want to say 100 days of school, you know. And this is, I think, a good example of a sub niche right here that might be worth considering. I mean, there is quite a bit of competition, but you get the idea with the types of phrases you would want to create. So 100 days of driving my teacher nuts is the specific title right here for these designs, and they're sort of cross-niched with a squirrel, dabbing squirrel. So a cool design idea, and it's definitely seeing a lot of sales. So 11k BSR, 30k BSR, 35. Oh no, this is a gaming one. Don't know why that's showing up. But yeah, essentially, tons of people wanted to wear this sort of squirrel-themed design for 100 days of school. It's definitely an interesting, fun spin for the 100 days phrase. And you can probably come up with some nice designs that aren't just copying the top seller as well. Definitely different layouts you could try out, different types of graphics, vintage sunsets, different background colors, because all of these are on black. And I hope you can pick up some sales in this sub niche that is trending for 100 days of school. Moving on to trend number 4, this one has just suddenly popped up. Monster trucks is doing really well. Sort of a big evergreen niche. Now, this came up in the Discord server, and people were wondering whether it's trademarked or not. I have looked into monster trucks, and I cannot see any trademarks related to it. There's no official brand or something. There is Monster Jam, which is, I believe, some sort of show that's related to monster trucks. So I would not put monster trucks are my jam on a t-shirt. That's probably dangerous, because those two keywords together, monster and jam, could trigger rejections or removals in the future. But besides that, I think it's just a type of vehicle, a monster truck. So I think this is safe. Tons of sales happening right now. There's a ton of designs right here, as you can see, that are below a 100k BSR. Some of them have to do with 100 days of school as well, but not all of them. Girls like monster trucks too, so that was a good idea for a sub niche. Try and create some unique designs that are aimed at girls rather than just boys, because I'm guessing most of these designs will be aimed more at boys. We've got Monster Mum as well. That's a good idea, so involve other family members. American flag right here. That's also a cool way to once again cross it with Independence Day or July the 4th. So try and be creative here to try and stand out some more. Avoid the word jam if possible. I can see it in tons of these designs, but that doesn't mean that it's safe. If there is a brand that has the words monster and jam in its name. So be careful here, but definitely a ton of potential. So do not ignore this trend right now, because it's doing really well on Amazon. Another niche that's seen a massive surge in sales recently is Black History Month, and that's why I tried to find a sub niche for you, because I already pointed out the overall archery niche last week, and this week I'm going to discuss melanin. Black History Month is actually in February, but these designs are already doing extremely well right now. Melanin, we can see tons of different design styles here. You could use melanin colors on sort of text-based designs, on different objects. So here we've got hearts. Then one popular style is these drips right here of color underneath a piece of text. I do like this style as well, brown skin girl, where the silhouette sort of overlaid onto the letters. Now it does make it harder to read for sure, but it also has a cool effect, because you kind of look at it twice and then see the silhouette first, then maybe read the text second. That's that sort of emotional response that often gets people to buy, if they have to look at the design twice and maybe see it two different ways. That's definitely a good trick right there to induce some sales. We've got Melanin Queen. That is a very, very intricate, nice design right here. That would be very hard to recreate, but you can use the phrase as inspiration, Melanin Queen, and come up with some different graphic ideas, or other styles that you could go with right there. And right here we've got an American flag with melanin and fists. So definitely tons of ways that you could go about this. We've got melanated nurse, so you could use different job titles. Dope black therapist. I would be a bit careful with dope. I'm pretty sure there is trademarks for that word. I have looked into that before in the past, I'm sure. So be careful with any of these words if you're not certain whether you're going to get rejections. I did just recently upload a video showing you a way to bulk check trademarks very, very quickly, and I give you some examples of what's allowed and what's not allowed. So check that out if you struggle with getting rejections and you're not certain how trademarks work. In terms of Redbubble, I found some really low competition trends this week, which is always nice to see. So here we've got I Might Look Innocent, but I screenshot a lot. Only 73 results. God knows why this is trending. I googled it, I couldn't work it out. what this is related to, but nevertheless there's lots of simple text-based designs. You don't have to go too crazy. I do like this one, for example, with the sort of opposing fonts right here, opposing in contrast. You know, we've got a script font and a very geometric font that always looks nice. The color schemes over here are quite nice as well if you want to take inspiration from them. And yeah, besides that, think of a way to stand out right here rather than exactly copying the style. And yeah, I hope you can get some sales. Not much competition, and an interesting funny phrase that probably will also get sales on other platforms, not just on Redbubble. Next up, we've got an even smaller niche right here. This one is gas stoves matter with 67 results, and who knows why this is trending. Once again, a bit of a funny phrase right there, a spin on the Black Lives Matter phrase that was trending in 2020. There's no trending section right here. It doesn't always show up even though the phrase is trending. So if you look into the search mask right here, you can see this little arrow as an indicator of trending search terms on Redbubble. That's a quick tip. For example, if I type in cat up here, it's going to recommend a few phrases related to cats that are trending. So cat eating spaghetti. If we click onto that, we're going to see tons of results, not one that I would recommend. And then this actually has a box of trending cat eating spaghetti designs. So I think you get the gist there. With this search mask right here, you can quickly identify trending phrases on Redbubble. Gas stoves matter right there, it's getting suggested. Moving on from that, we've got adulting, very disappointing. 114 results right here. So once again, a very small niche for Redbubble, and we see different design styles. We see the star ratings right here, which often works for different topics that people are disappointed with. We've got some of these here mixed with cats or crying animals. This is a dog, I believe. So definitely some different ways to approach this. A panda bear crying, so you could use all sorts of animals that are in tears. Adulting, very disappointing, and obviously the stars are very, very prominent. Definitely a funny phrase, not much competition, so it is definitely worth checking out. And last but not least, we've got this is strawberry. 72 results for this phrase, and I did try and work out whether this is ripping off a movie or a cartoon or something, and I didn't find anything on Google. I think this is safe. This is strawberry, definitely a cool phrase. Obviously strawberry rhymes with robbery, and it sort of looks like strawberry as well. So it's a funny pun right there, and I can see why this is selling or doing well on Redbubble. You're going to have to be a bit creative with your designs. I'm guessing there won't be many pre-made graphics of strawberries that are dressed up as robbers, but if you're into design, then this could definitely be very, very fun to create yourself. So have fun with this, and also always bear in mind that up here under the search mask, you get some related keywords as well. Strawberry meme, robbery meme, strawberry jokes, those sorts of keywords are definitely worth considering for your listing and your tags. If you want to learn about the big trends that are happening in 2023 and can get you a ton of t-shirt sales, then make sure to check out this video next, where it discusses 5 niches that are going to see a surge in sales during this year.